What is up, developers? I'm going to show you how you can collaborate with other developers right here on GitHub. So we're going to be using Git, which is a version control system. If you are obviously you have some knowledge on Git, that is what I'm assuming, and you have known how to push maybe a repository to GitHub. So let's say some developer created this. I'm going to pretend for this case, this is not me who created this particular repository. So let's say he created some website, and it really sucks. It's a terrible website because if you check out his styling, there's nothing in the styles. So it's a terrible website. And as you can see, I was right. It's a terrible website. So what if this guy reached out to me as a developer and he was like, "Hey, Fortune, um, how about you create some custom styling for this particular website of mine?" And I'm like, "Hey, I can totally do that, bro." So I start doing this for the guy, but he has to have some form of control so that he'll be able to decide if at all he will accept the changes I've made. So whatever changes we make should not be able to affect the master branch of this particular code base. So I have this cloned out. So you just have to clone this by just hitting git clone and then just paste this URL, or you can download a zip file from whichever repository you want to collaborate on. So these are the files. This is its basic index.html, which looks terrible, and the style.css, which of course when you run it on live server, you get this. So I'm not that great at CSS, but maybe I helped this guy out. So these are the stylings I just wrote up. Some custom stylings to affect the font family, kind of center everything, just something basic. So let's say I do this, and that's good, that's fine. And once I run this, it looks much better. It looks presentable. So I want to push this to the guy's repository, but I don't want to affect his main code base until he accepts this particular change. So what do I do? What I do is I create a new branch. So what I'll have to do right here in my terminal is just git. First, I have to initiate a repository. So I reinitialized an existing repo, and then I just want to check out by git checkout. Let me increase this. Okay, so I hope you can now see this very well. So git checkout, and then dash b symbolizes a new branch, and then I'm just going to call this styles. Okay. Okay, small spelling mistake. So let's just fix that. Okay, and then just run it again. So I'm in the new branch styles. Okay. So within this branch, I want to add these changes. So we've gone through this several times before. Start by git add period, and then just commit this file. So git commit dash m, then maybe tell the guy I styled it up. I styled it up. Okay. This is the worst comment because it's not that descriptive, but hey, what you gonna do? Then we can just say git push. But since you don't want to affect the master branch, you just want to, because you might annoy a lot of people if you just push directly to the master branch, and you might break code which took a long time to really develop. So just git push origin, and then just specify the branch, which was styles. And we should get a confirmation message after this has been pushed. And yeah, it's done. So if we head back to GitHub, as you can see, styles has had a recent push less than a minute ago. So this I would be viewing this as the guy who created the repository. So I see someone has changed some code here and created a branch called styles. So if this was a team, obviously Not one person would be going through the code. A team would be going through this code. They would have comments, all that. But since probably you're just doing this with a fellow developer, probably just comment out. As you can see, you can see the message. And so let's just say, good job, bro. This works just fine. And then you can just put some emojis, and you can create a pull request. Oh, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do me a solid. Just head down there and hit that subscribe button so that you can keep finding some awesome tutorials right here on a daily basis on your favorite web development technologies and tools. Okay, let's just give that a little bit of time to load up. This is just my slow internet connection, but it should load up in a few seconds. In a few seconds, any minute now. Okay, you see, so if he decides that this has no issue at all, because he can check out the files I've changed, so he can really see everything. He can see everything I changed, and he can see the addition of a container and the styling. So if at all he's like, oh, everything here is okay, he'll just hit this merge and then confirm merge, and so it successfully gets merged to the master branch. And he may as well decide that this styles branch is now completely useless and delete this branch. Okay, so if we head back to the repository itself and check out the code, if you are to head over to the styles, you can see the code that we added is now part of the master branch. So this is definitely how you can collaborate with other developers. You can also contribute to open source projects. This is exactly how it's done. So I really hope this tutorial was helpful to you guys. And if it was, please give me a thumbs up